Most people crave the feeling of being truly seen and understood. Yet modern isolation has pushed feelings of loneliness to record highs. Technology companies are responding with a digital cure for this isolation: generative AI programs marketed as tailored romantic companions. This pie chart maps the scale of adoption. Almost 1 in 5 adults in the United States have already chatted with an AI system simulating a partner, and that number climbs to nearly 1 in 3 for young men. These systems offer friction-free positive emotion. They provide a simulated relationship that functions without the vulnerability or compromise required in the real world. In 2019, 29-year-old Grant Amato stole $275,000 from his family to fund a parasocial relationship with a Bulgarian webcam model. When his family attempted to intervene, he murdered his mother, father, and brother. Immediately after the killings, Amato drove to a supermarket parking lot, used his dead brother's credit card, and paid $599 to spend more hours chatting with the model using the store's free Wi-Fi. When interrogated, Amato told police he didn't view the model as an entertainer. He explicitly described her as his virtual girlfriend. Amato's case was an early warning of how a person can trade their reality for a digital illusion. Today, that same drive for validation is being met by algorithms that automate human intimacy on a massive scale. This loop diagram outlines the behavioral psychology mechanism making these interactions so addictive: intermittent reinforcement. You input a prompt, waiting for a variable response, mirroring a slot machine. Not getting the exact response, you rewrite it. You chase a dopamine-fueled altered state, pressing the button repeatedly, waiting for the perfect validation hit. These programs function as sophisticated behavioral Skinner boxes. They hijack human dopamine systems to simulate intimacy while bypassing authentic emotional connection. In traditional psychology, a folie à deux is a shared delusion between two people. When an AI is programmed to be purely agreeable, it becomes a toxic story cheerleader, mirroring and expanding on a user's darkest thoughts rather than questioning them. Because AI chatbots frequently present false information as absolute fact, users who are emotionally dependent on them can begin to lose their grip on reality. Some psychiatrists are identifying this pattern as chatbot psychosis. In 2021, an armed man was arrested on the grounds of Windsor Castle after attempting to assassinate the Queen of England. Prosecutors revealed his plot had been emboldened by an AI companion named Sarai, who confirmed his delusions and promised they would be together after death. This pattern of sycophancy has reached tragic extremes. It has been documented in cases where AI confirmed the suicidal ideations of users in Belgium and Florida, including 14-year-old Sewell Setzer. Human sanity requires the resistance of another mind. When our thoughts are only met by a machine designed to agree with us, those unanchored beliefs can spiral into dangerous delusions. This is the MIT Great Dome. Researchers here have uncovered a devastating side effect of using AI for companionship. This graph illustrates the isolation paradox. Digital interactions offer a brief relief spike, followed by a steep, long-term social withdrawal. Men heavily using AI romance bots face significantly higher risks of clinical depression, as the temporary escape leaves them feeling hollow when the session ends. AI companionship is an emotional narcotic. It numbs the pain temporarily, leaving the user fundamentally more isolated when the screen turns off. Historically, pursuing a romantic partner was an evolutionary driver. Navigating the messy reality of another person forced humans to develop patience, compassion, and confidence. AI lovers remove this pressure. There is little incentive to do the hard work of self-improvement when a machine will submit to every whim without ever demanding change. The friction of a relationship, the disagreements, and the respect for boundaries is the essential mechanism that builds empathy. Navigating conflict and physical touch release oxytocin, training the brain to function within a social environment. Directing our capacity for love toward perfect, unquestioning simulators risks the loss of the emotional capacity needed to sustain real human communities. True intimacy requires the courage of vulnerability. The unpredictable reality of a real human being is worth far more than a perfect digital listener that never gets it wrong.